Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over some major Steam news and updates on various titles. Baldurs Gate 3 just hits another milestone. I know I keep saying that this game isn't my cup of tea, but regardless of my opinion on it, it's still a fascinating game to cover, especially seeing its reception, because I think this game's reception is staggering at a level that many of us did not expect. I think most of us expected the game to do fairly well, especially leading into the release of the game. If you have, like, you know, a close group of gamer friends and they're on PC and whatnot, like, you can kind of tell that a healthy number of people were excited for the game. At least anecdotally I could, and I was like, okay, I think this game is going to do fairly well. Did I think, first of all, the critical reception was going to be as strong as it was? No. Did I think the commercial reception was going to be as strong as it was? No. So we'll talk all about that. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart gets a brand new patch, and a major title, pulls Denuvo, the anti-tamper technology. We'll talk that at the end of this video. So, right off the top, want to note, Baldurs Gate 3, yes, it's only 14 critic reviews thus far, so it's a relatively tame amount. Like, there's going to be a lot of more reviews that are going to be cycling in as, you know, the game is played more by the critics. Obviously, it's a lengthy game, but it has currently passed The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for the highest rated game of 2023, which is just insane given the quality level of a game like Tears of the Kingdom, and Zelda games, just generally speaking, always review incredibly highly. And when you talk about Baldur's Gate 3, it's not a game that's gonna be for everyone. Like I said, it's not a game for me, and I'm okay saying that, but I'm not ridiculous enough to say that this is a game that you shouldn't check out just because of my personal taste of video games. Look, there's 3,100 user reviews on Metacritic, and if you know user reviews on Metacritic, they're a complete crap show, and that user score is a 9.3. Zelda's user score is an 8.4, and Baldur's Gate 3 is at a 97 with the critical reception. Again, it's only 14 reviews. Zelda has 145 reviews, so when you're talking about, like, a Metacritic score for Baldur's Gate 3, literally 1 8 out of 10 can completely shift the Metacritic score right now because there's just so few reviews. So I don't want people to get too attached to this rating. I saw a lot of discussion on social media, and I did want to bring it up because it's a major milestone. No matter what it ends up being, what it settles at, it's going to be well over a 90, and that's an incredibly remarkable score. I believe just a few days ago it was sitting at a 93 with the Metacritic critic score, so now it's up to a 97. But you see that based on the fact there being so little reviews thus far, because the game is super lengthy, and, you know, you got to do a sizable amount of content before you review it, that review score is going to fluctuate very greatly just with 1 or 2 reviews coming in. And if you have a review that, let's say, gives it a 6 out of 10, again, that is going to directly impact the score of a 97 very strong. Like, I think if you threw in a 6 out of 10 right now, with only there being 15 reviews, that would drop Baldur's Gate 3's metascore by a couple points, and Zelda would take over. So you do have to consider that, but it's still a fascinating stat to follow. And Game of the Year for 2023 just got a lot more interesting. When you look at the catalog of games this year, like, if we talk about Metacritic score, like, my personal opinion aside, it really looks like it's gonna be Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3 are at the helm. Like, there's other titles coming out. Starfield is on the way. Spider-Man 2 is on the way. We'll see how those games review, but Spider-Man 1 didn't review all that well, so I don't really expect Spider-Man 2 to do, you know, that well. Like, Spider-Man 2 will be a good game. I don't think it's gonna be a game that scores well over a 90. I really don't believe that's gonna be the case. Other games, obviously, for me, like a Resident Evil 4 remake, that obviously has to be pretty high up there. That's at a 93 on Metacritic, so, you know, a little bit lower than the aforementioned titles, but that game was freaking tremendous. And I loved Jedi Survivor as well. A garbage PC port aside, I love that game. RE4, by the way, it's a 93 on PS5, 91 on PC. So yeah, take that for what you will. 91 on Xbox Series as well. So a little bit lower than Zelda and Baldur's Gate 3. But again, that Baldur's Gate score is going to fluctuate quite a lot. I see the social media talk, but the fact is 14 reviews can lead one review that doesn't do that well, really just completely changing the scale of that review. All right, moving on from that, I do want to note Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart version 1.808 patch notes have dropped, and this is including a lot of updates. Enabled ray tracing for compatible AMD GPUs when using AMD software Adrenaline Edition. Visual improvements to some ray trace reflections and ray trace shadows. Resolved the crash that occurred when playing the game on legacy CPUs. Fixed corrupted text that could appear on waypoints in rare cases. Addressed visual corruption in UI screens that could occur on some AMD and Intel GPUs. Corrected visual corruption in Newsprint and home move rendering modes. Armorless no longer jumps back to the top after selecting an armor item, and various bug fixes, stability improvements, and optimizations. So all of that has rolled out now. It is available in an update. Rift Apart's a great game. It's just, like, obviously the $60 price tag was gonna be that game's undoing, but you guys gotta know why Sony does this $60 price tag. At the end of the day, it keeps their value on their PC games highly, and you want parity on that. Yes, the game would have sold better at $40. I agree with you, but ultimately, the game is just gonna get discounted, and then they're gonna sell those copies anyway of people that wanted to buy it for $20 or $40, but you level it at $60, it has that allure of PlayStation games on PC has a premium price attached to it, much like Nintendo games have in general. I feel like that's what Sony's going for, and obviously it's also to generate as much money as you can, but you know, I fully expect when Ghost of Tsushima comes to PC, it's gonna be a hefty price. Once Horizon Forbidden West comes out, like, if they bundle in Burning Shores with Forbidden West, I really think they're gonna release it at $70. Like, I think some people might think I'm crazy for saying that, but given how Sony's been pricing these things, like, how is that crazy? Given that they released Spider-Man, a game from 2018 with its DLC, for $59.99. If you're telling me Spider-Man, a game from 2018, and I know the remastered version came out in 2020, but nonetheless, a game from 2018 with its DLC can be priced at $60. Oh, I 100% believe if they bundle in Horizon Forbidden West with Burning Shores, it's gonna be $70. You know, Sony gonna be Sony when it comes to their pricing, but yeah, Ratchet gets another patch and some nice fixes there. Again, I wouldn't be dropping $60 on it. Sony was nice enough to give me a copy of the game, and I'm very much enjoying it, but you know, it's a game I already completed on PlayStation 5. I loved it back then, so I already have that knowledge of it being a great game. But for most of you guys, I think you should wait on a discount for it. Now, I don't think, like, I get, like, a lot of people are talking about the fact that it's a 10 to 12 hour game and you shouldn't be, you know, judging a game based on length, but it's a 10 to 12 hour game that's also 2 years old. Like, that is the caveat there, and it's $60. Like, at some point, yo, the 10 to 12 hours of content, that does matter, and then the fact that it's 2 years old also adds to that. So, you know, I get there was a lot of pushback on that PC Gamer article that, by the way, PC Gamer's review of this game was, they were rather glowing about it, but it's just that it's $60, 2 years old, 10 to 12 hours, like, you do have to judge content on that scale a little bit at least, but that's my 2 cents. You know, some of you guys can disagree. That's just my opinion on that. Lastly, I do want to note that Square Enix's Octopath Traveler 2 has pulled its Denuvo anti-tamper technology on it, so that's great to see. Denuvo should be done away with, but, you know, who knows if it ever will. Baldur's Gate 3, DRM free, microtransaction free, and look at how that game's doing. Even though, you know, it's not my cup of tea, it's a very good case study for games and what they could be, but not every game can be Baldur's Gate, I understand that, but it's still something to consider. But that'll do it for me. Again, Baldur's Gate 3, right now the highest rated game of 2023, which is a staggering statistic. Ratchet gets a brand new patch, and Octopath Traveler 2 pulls Denuvo anti-tamper tech. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.